Worm, prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
This December, you guys have a huge decision to make. Actually, from now up to December, you guys have a huge decision to make. Do you guys submit yourself to spoilers and spoil yourself to the movie, watching the movie in sub somewhere in the dark web, or trying to find it, say if they have it on Crunchyroll or something, which I highly doubt, but say they put it on a streaming website? Do you watch it there in subbed, or do you blind yourself from anything about the movie and watch the movie fresh in dubbed in the theatrical release when it comes overseas, less than a month after it airs in Japan? What decision are you going to make? Well, first, let me jump in and tell you guys a decision that you guys all need to make. And I'm talking mainly to those who have just been following the dubbed version of Dragon Ball Super. Get off of it. Jump into the Japanese version. And I'm not trying to make this a dubbed versus sub debate. I'm saying jump into the Japanese version because that is complete. The series is done and you will be caught up once the movie comes out in September. If you don't do that, then you will be probably in the very beginning of the Tournament of Power arc by the time the movie airs in Japan, and you will be lost once it airs here in America or wherever you are overseas. Once that airs, you're gonna jump into this movie, and I can already see how astonished your face is if you end up seeing new transformations you've never seen before, or new characters that you've never even met because you have no idea what's going on. So I would say if you are going to see this movie and you're just following the dubbed and you're not caught up, or you're not caught up to Super at all, definitely catch yourself up to Super. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, you can watch it on Verve. Just go ahead and check it out. It's on Toonami also, but that's the dub version like I just said. So you're going to be wanting to watch the sub version. For those of you guys who just watched the sub version, definitely jump in and try to catch on some of the dubbed also, because you guys, the decision that everybody needs to make is you guys all need to go watch, regardless whether you watch spoilers or not, or you watch the version in Japanese already, the sub version, you need to go and support this movie in the theaters overseas. You guys need to go to the movie theaters and watch it there, because if this movie is a hit, if it makes the most amount of money that any anime slash cartoon slash action Dragon Ball movie has ever made overseas, like say it becomes just that big of a hit, then it's going to show the world exactly where Dragon Ball stands. It's going to be something that they're going to, especially Hollywood, they're going to have their eye on, and we may get some, actual really good anime movies coming out overseas. And the fact that it's almost nearly simulcast, that it's coming out less than a month after the Japanese version comes out, is tremendous, honestly, because there were huge gaps of time when it came to the last Dragon Ball movies that came out in the movie theaters. I think there was several years, a year or so after Battle of Gods, and a few months later after Resurrection F, you got it in America. So that's huge, and I think if we support the movie even more, then we may actually be able to get the following movie at the exact same time that it comes out in Japan, which would be awesome, because that way I wouldn't be having to ask this question. And getting back to this question, are you going to just blind yourself to everything? Well, I'll give you my answer. I can't. There's no way I can't, and I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. If I decide to blind myself from anything, then I really would be blinding myself to the content that I can make on this channel for Broly. And of course, I'll put spoilers in the title and all that. That way, if you didn't want to get spoiled, you will not. I'm going to be very, very on top of that, because I just dislike how when people put the actual spoiler in the title, and I've done it myself before, and it's just crummy thing to do, especially for something at this caliber, which is a full-length movie that's coming out in the movie theaters. So yeah, I can't do it. The existence of this channel, it's mainly Dragon Ball, so just blinding myself to it, even though if I could do it where I just didn't see any news about it, the same way I do with Star Wars and Marvel movies, I would, because it's so much better. And that's where I get to the next part is, if you guys have the patience of saints, then blind yourself to everything the way I do with Star Wars and Marvel, and watch the movie fresh without knowing anything about it, because that's probably the best viewing experience you're going to get. Anything that happens in the movie where it is something that you didn't see coming, any twists and turns, you're going to be shocked, and it's going to be a huge payoff. I mean, I would have been really upset. That's the reason I watched Avengers Infinity War as soon as I could, because I would have been really upset if somebody on Twitter would have spoiled it for, well, somebody on Twitter did spoil something from the movie by taking a picture of it in the movie theater. It rhymes with Maname live reactions. I'm not going to say who it is, but yeah, he fucking screwed me over on that one. But besides that, if that's what's going to happen, if you really don't want to get spoiled in those 2 or 3 weeks, if you really don't want to get spoiled, you need to get off Twitter, you need to get off Facebook, off YouTube, because you're going to be spoiled by somebody just posting something on a comment section or tweeting about it and spoiling the entire movie for you, or at least a really cool part of the movie that would have been awesome to see with fresh eyes. So if you can, I would say definitely go into it with fresh eyes and not watch anything, not look at any spoilers, and just and really just have your own sort of theories in your head and work off what you think the movie is going to be about. But if you are watching it, and if you're gonna watch it in Japanese and you've watched the whole series in Japanese so far, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super, then I mean, at this point now, you're gonna be so into Dragon Ball that you already kind of know the things are gonna happen. When things pop up on the internet, you're gonna read them, you're gonna watch the videos, and then when you've already seen the entire series in Japanese, you kind of owe it to yourself to at least watch the Japanese version. And if that comes out on the internet somewhere on the dark web first before the movie comes out in theaters, then I would probably jump on that and see what the Japanese version has to offer. I'm sure there's going to be spoilers that Toei's going to be posting on Twitter too about the movie, and people like YouTubers like Geekdom, Unreal, other YouTubers, they're going to be posting spoilers as well. Not to spoil people intentionally, just posting stuff on there like, hey, if you want to, putting spoiler warnings on stuff and all that. So if you really want to watch the movie and enjoy it in Japanese, then I would say just keep going the way you're going, and you'll be able to see all the spoilers and all that stuff, and just don't spoil yourself too much. I would leave an air of mystery in there, but definitely watch it in Japanese. But wholeheartedly, if for everybody, that's really the final verdict on all this. Everybody needs to watch this movie in the movie theaters. I got 27,000 of y'all, and 27 as of the making of this video, 27,025 of you semi-active subscribers. If you guys are watching this, watch the movie in the movie theater. I'm sending the entire 27,000 Black Squad army, or Black Squad, to the movie theaters. Go watch it there, support the movie, and that way we get even cooler Dragon Ball projects later on. And if you are not caught up with the series at all yet, because I know a lot of people aren't caught up, they've stopped somewhere in the Japanese version, or they're just watching the dub version, complete it before you watch the movie, because I don't know if they're going to have things referencing back to Dragon Ball Super. I'm pretty sure they are, since they're making a big deal of this being the big Dragon Ball Super movie. This is the first one. So I wanted to ask you guys, what are you going to do? Are you going to wait till a theatrical release and blind yourself to spoilers, or are you going to just keep going the way you're going and keeping up with what's going on with the movie, and then watch the Japanese version when it comes out in December? Let me know, guys. This is BlackScape signing off.